Another problem for differential equation of order 1 with homogeneous coefficient. Our problem, find the general solution of the equation 3xy dx plus the quantity of x squared plus y squared dy equals to 0. Here we let the value of our x equals to by. Then the derivative of x equals to b dy plus y dv. Then we substitute the value of x and dx to the general or to the given equation. So we have now by times 3y times the quantity of b dy plus y dv plus the quantity of by squared plus y squared dy equals to 0. Then simplify the equation. We have 3by squared times the quantity of b dy plus y dv plus y squared times the quantity of b squared plus 1 dy equals to 0. As we notice that y is common in the equation, so again we simplify. We divide by y squared. So we have now 3by squared times the quantity of b dy plus y dv plus y squared times the quantity of b squared plus 1 dy equals to 0. Here y squared will be cancelled out, and here also the y squared will be cancelled out. So what is left is 3b squared dy plus 3by dv plus the quantity of b squared plus 1 dy equals to 0. Then we distribute our dy to the quantity of b squared plus 1 and simplify. We have now 3b squared dy plus 3by dv plus b squared dy plus dy equals to 0. So common, we have 3b squared dy and b squared dy. So adding up, we have now 4b squared dy plus 3by dv equals to 0. So factor out dy. Then we have 4b squared plus 1 dy plus 3by dv equals to 0. Here, in this equation, we can use now the separation of variables. By separation of variables, then we divide both sides by y times the quantity of 4b squared plus 1. So what is left is 4b squared plus 1 will be cancelled out and y will be cancelled out. So we have now dy over y plus 3b dv over 4b squared plus 1 equals to 0. Then integrate both sides. So we have now the integral of dy over y plus 3, the integral of b dv over 4b squared plus 1 equals to the integral of 0. So note that the integral of 3b dv over 4b squared plus 1. So our du is 3b dv. 3 is constant, so we put it outside the integral sign. Then 4b squared plus 1. So the derivative of 4b squared plus 1 is 8b dv. So we need to counterbalance or put 1 over 8. So we have now 3/8 ln of 4b squared plus 1 plus c. For the integral of dy over y, then we have ln of y plus c. So here, so ln, we let ln of e to the c equals to ln of 1. Then ln of c1 to the 8 equals to ln of c. Just to shorten our solution or simplifying our solution. So we have now ln of y plus 3/8 ln of 4b squared plus 1 equals to ln of c1. So we introduce ln of e. Then E to C is equal to C1. So that's why we have ln of C1. Then next, we cross multiplied 8. So first we multiplied 8 here. So we have now 8 ln of y. Then common denominator now is 8. Then we multiply to the other side of the equation. So we have now 8 ln of y plus 3 ln of the quantity of 4b squared plus 1 equals to 8 ln of c. Or ln of c1 raised to the power of 8 is equal to ln of c. So that's why we have ln of y to the power of 8 times 4b squared plus 1 to the power of 3 equals to ln of c. So ln will be cancelled out. And then we have now y to the power of 8 times the quantity of 4b squared plus 1 cube equals to c. As we notice, still we have the variable b. So from the very beginning, we use x equals to by. So from that equation, we can solve the value of b. So b is equal to x over y. Substitute to the given equation in this equation. So we have now y to the power of 8 times the quantity of 4 times x squared over y squared plus 1 raised to the power of 3 equals to c. Then simplifying the equation. So we'll have y to the power of 8 times the quantity of 4x squared plus y squared cube over y to the power of 6. So 6 will be cancelled out. What is left is y squared times the quantity of power x squared plus y squared raised to the power of 3 equals to c, which is our final answer.